Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth continues to see a steady drop in positive COVID-19 cases. And Kentucky health experts stress the importance of sticking to a good diet, even if you've dropped your New Year's resolutions.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 4:59 on Tuesday, March 8th. Let's go back over and check in with Brandon this morning. And it's a very different morning than yesterday.
different day for sure this morning. We are still seeing a little bit of moisture trying to show up on the satellite radar, but the big story this morning is the temperature change.
Yes.
Some spots are almost 30 degrees or even more than 30 degrees colder than they were this time yesterday. Let's take a look, see what's going on. Satellite radar first, and we'll take a look at that. You see a little bit of moisture up there still floating through, but the thing is, I don't think a lot of it is reaching the ground. It could be a flake or two. It could be some sprinkles depending on where you are. But I did see a couple of wet roads on the way in. We'll keep an eye on that for you. 32 in Wise, our cool spot this morning. 38. Let me double check that. Yep, 38 in Ashland and Middlesboro, the warm spots for now. But remember, yesterday we were in the 60s and 70s. So that is 30 plus degrees colder in most areas this morning. So you'll need a little extra coffee to get you going as you head out the door. It's still a bit breezy too, so that wind will make it feel just a touch colder as well. Breakfast forecast going to fall into the 30s, continuing to be there, kind of hovering as we see those cloudy skies continue today. It'll be a drier day, but it won't last for too long. More on that coming up in just a little bit. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. A Pike County man was arrested Monday morning after police say he was involved in a deadly hit and run. A citation says 51-year-old Christopher Allen Salyer hit a pedestrian and left the scene without stopping to check on the man. Police say that man who was hit, Cecil Norman, died of his injuries. Police say they found Salyer in a locked bathroom at a home off East Kaiser Heights, where the car involved in the hit and run was parked. Salyer was taken into custody. State police say 2 people are dead in Harlan County after an ATV crash. Troopers say they received a call around 9:45 Sunday night. The crash happened on East Kentucky 221. Troopers say 34-year-old Matthew Creech and passenger 40-year-old Christy Creech were traveling along 221 when the ATV flipped and both people were thrown from the vehicle. Both Matthew and Christy were taken to Harlan ARH, where they were later pronounced dead by the Harlan County coroner. The global death toll for COVID-19 has now passed 6 million, while the U.S. alone is nearing 1 million deaths. Here in Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear says he expects to see a larger decline this week in new COVID cases. The governor says we're seeing a steady drop in new cases and in positivity rate. He says hospitalizations are also decreasing. That means on March 15th, the National Guard will end its deployment to Kentucky hospitals. Governor Beshear says in Kentucky, we still have many counties in the red zone, including most of eastern Kentucky, but he expects that to change soon.
Certainly we have more red than a lot of other states that are out there, but they went through their decline a couple weeks earlier than we did and decline, and certainly our incline hit us a little bit later than some states that were out there.
Governor Beshear says he will pause his Monday COVID briefings after next week, following 2 years of updates. Officials say the Louisville Zoo is temporarily closing some of its areas in an effort to protect birds from catching avian flu. The action comes after recently confirmed cases of avian flu in wild birds west of Jefferson County. Avian flu can be contagious in birds and can affect several species. The zoo said in a statement that public walkthrough areas were closed this week and some birds were moved to protected areas as a precaution. Areas closed include the Forest Bird Trail, the African Penguin exhibits, Stiller's Sea Eagle Aviary, and Lorikeet Landing. The zoo says no birds are currently showing signs of the disease. In February, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a recall for certain baby formulas produced by Abbott Nutrition. These include Similac, Alimentum, and Elecare powdered infant formulas. The products are associated with multiple infant illnesses and hospitalizations. The formulas are often covered with WIC, which is causing several issues for WIC recipients. But Allison Hurt with the Kentucky River District Health Department says they are offering assistance to WIC recipients who have purchased the recalled formulas.
We're trying to get the word out that if you have affected cans of formula, you can bring them back to us and we can replace what you've spent, from your WIC benefits with a different food package.
Recalled products can be identified by the 7 to 9-digit code and expiration date on the bottom of the package. If you have used these products and are concerned about the health of your child, you can contact your child's primary health care provider for guidance. As the newness of 2022 wears off, many people will drop their New Year's resolutions of eating healthier, but medical professionals might advise against that. March marks National Nutrition Month, and several healthcare professionals are using this time to showcase the importance of eating healthier and informing others on the risks that come with poor nutrition. Dr. John Jones, medical director at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, says maintaining unhealthy eating habits can lead to diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and other health issues.
Nutrition is one of the 3 pillars of health. Nutrition being one, exercise being the other, and then a good sleep routine. Those are your 3 main pillars of health, so nutrition is extremely important to overall health.
Dr. Jones adds that cutting out processed foods and practicing intermittent fasting are just 2 of the many positive nutritional habits to adopt in order to improve your health and well-being. Kentucky's bill on name, image, and likeness is headed to the governor's desk. The bill passed overwhelmingly in the full House, with only 2 lawmakers voting no. The bill outlines how college athletes can make money through NIL deals. Lawmakers say it would put guidelines on deals that were not put in place by the NCAA. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we come back, the world's largest rainforest might not be so lush and green for much longer. We'll tell you why in just a few minutes.
And the forecast is trending drier today, but we'll pay for it with some cooler temperatures. I'll tell you about our next rain chances, which will be sooner than you think in about 3 minutes.